everybody's ready, we'll go ahead and jump on into campaign session number 40. We are in the 40s now. Getting real close to potentially a conclusion to this story. We'll see where things go. But last time on Simply Another Band of Curiously Odd Travelers, our party had headed out from the barracks of the Hooded Lanterns by way of the cosmological clock tower, threading the needle between the Dran River and the deep haze surrounding Slaughterstone Square, arriving on the interior side of Kingsgate that was seemingly destroyed and crushed open. But just not too far on the other side, you found yourselves just outside a building that seemed relatively unscathed and unaffected by 15 plus years of catastrophe, destruction, and war. It was full of vibrance and exuberance, playing music like any other tavern or bar that you've ever experienced in your lifetimes. After entering the inn, you found yourselves in a, boisterous piano hall serving drinks to exuberant guests of all kinds that you saw within. And after a bit of confusion, having not seen anything like this in Drakkenheim for the past few weeks that you've been here in this city, you now began to become extremely suspicious. And as you discussed with various guests and individuals, as time slowly began to pass on into the early evening, you realized perhaps what was going on in this location, as a calamitous rockfall of meteoric iron and extraterrestrial substances cascaded upon the Black Ivory Inn, killing yourselves and everyone in the building. And as you found yourselves questioning your mortality, fading away into non-existence, only for the briefest of moments you woke again on the floor of the Black Ivory Inn, hours prior in the early afternoon, just as happy hour guests were beginning to clamor into the inn, wondering what in the hell had happened. And now, as you find yourself seemingly in some sort of temporal loop or magical rewinded situation endlessly inside this strange location, looking for not only a way to escape this seemingly temporal prison, but also to find a critical item, one of the seals of the city, known as the Chancellor's Crest. After discussing with a strange member of the Academy what was going on, that they seemed unaware that they were even in a disastrous, decrepit metropolis. Everything seemed alive and well, as if nothing had changed prior to the war. You even asked that it seemed that the war hadn't even happened in this seemingly different point in time. Cedric, you traveled outside the inn without abatement, and you walked through the gates of the city that seemed repaired and once again vibrant with trade and passersby. And as you tried to find your way to the other side of the city as much as you could, you found yourself in a strange fog. And when you managed to regain your bearings, you found yourself back outside Kingsgate once more, staring at this strange inn and tavern, unsure of how you returned after walking seemingly a mile or two away from this location, but nevertheless, you were back again. Tim, Georgio, and Chugrulk, you went upstairs into the inn portion of the Black Ivory Inn, where Tim, you using locationary divination magic, were able to discover a source of powerful arcane or powerful arcana that match that of your staff, giving you hope that you may have found something or someone that may be involved in this situation. After returning with 2 or 3 of your companions, you forced your way into this room where you found a strange individual that, for most of you, you did not recognize, but for one of you, was extremely strange. Chugrulk. This man was the Marquis von Geldstadt, a man you thought long dead per the end of the Civil War in the country of Westamar, where this capital of Drakenheim that you are currently in encompassed entirely. The whole reason behind your bounty being tied to this man's supposed death, and yet here he is now, very much alive, as well as in possession of what you believe to be the Chancellor's crest. After subduing this man in the throes of post-coitus, we'll call it that way, you you had a bit of back and forth, wondering what in the world he was doing here, and even he seemed unsure of why he was here, other than that he had escaped the wartime incidents within the city of Geldstadt. Details unsure, but nevertheless, his presence here directly contradicts the very nature of your bounty, Chugrulk, as you seem unsure. While this was going on, Georgio, you caught a glance of something going on in the basement level of the Black Ivory Inn. And after a bit of swift maneuvering, but not quite stealthy enough, you tumbled down the stone steps into the basement, finding yourself in a small storage area with a handful of doors, where you heard some voices of strange individuals who called out, "Oi, what was that you just heard? We'll take a look at that." And at the same time, Cedric, you heard a strange scrambling outside the door of this room, as you seemingly have subdued the Marquis and gathered up this potential item of great value. But nevertheless, you hear somebody potentially eavesdropping outside the door at this very moment. And with 2 hours remaining before what you imagine is the inevitable fall of the meteors that had destroyed the city of Drakenheim all those 15 years ago, you feel the urgency beginning to mount in your minds, trying to unravel this mystery of what is going on. We will come back to you, Georgio, in a moment. Cedric, again, you hear a presence outside the door of this room that you now find yourselves in, with Chugrulk subduing the Marquis and your companion Tim overlooking the what's the word I'm looking for? Brooch, essentially, that you detected magic and found it to be like an arcana to your staff that you now wield. But with that, let me go ahead and flip back to the second level of the Black Ivory Inn, so we can back to where were we on the initiative order. Let me look at that. I believe since you all are roughly, except for Georgio, you're all upstairs right now. Yes, we are at the top of the round at the 4th hour of our little bit of Groundhog Day, we'll call it. But Cedric, you hear a presence outside the door. What do you do?
When you say presence, is it literally just like a single person from what I can tell?
Give me a perception check. You're not quite sure. It doesn't seem very boisterous, but from what you heard previously, you're not 100% certain, but you definitely hear someone or something outside the door, potentially eavesdropping on this conversation.
Okay, I'm just gonna go over to the door and just kind of crack it open and see if I can.
Sure.
Just see what could be there.
As you crack open the door, you see an individual scrambling back. He's wearing very plain-looking clothes, a sort of bald head leading back into a skullet, if you will. Very modest attire, a bit of a pouch as he kind of falls back on his rear end as he's kind of reaching towards the opposing door.
Pardon me, I didn't mean to intrude. I just heard a bit of a commotion. I didn't see anything.
As he kind of scrambles to head back towards the door. As he does so, Cedric, you see a pamphlet sticking out of the corner of his little satchel at his hip, with the crudely drawn but still very evident emblem of the Church of the Falling Fire. Or I should say the Sect of the Falling Fire.
That's the Lucretia Matthias.
Yes, that is the
One, right?
the splinter segment of the Church of the Sacred Flame, born and bred here post calamity of the meteor's fall. Basically, as you know, sort of a Protestant group that generally follows the teachings of the Sacred Flame, but believes that instead of the meteor being seen as a plague or a sign of ill omen, they see it as a potential change in the world, and view it in a more positive light. But as such, the bulk of the Church of the Sacred Flame views this as heresy and of the highest order, and sees their leader, Lucretia Matthias, as a danger to the religion as a whole.
I'm just gonna call out to him and try to get his attention. I'm just gonna ask him if he's a fellow man of the cloth, as I am also a priest, and try to walk up to him in a non-threatening manner if he hasn't gone through and shut the door to whatever room he's in.
You watch him trying to open up his door, and his hands are shaking, like violently shaking. Like he seems extremely jittery and on edge. And as you say this to him, speaking that you are a man of the cloth, he turns.
I shouldn't be here. I want to go home. I can't leave. I can't leave. I can't leave. I can't leave. I can't leave.
He seems almost hysterical as he repeats this, I can't leave.
I'm gonna prod a bit further and ask him exactly what he means he can't leave. As if he's physically unable, or if he's bound to this place in some way.
You can see him trying to...
He keeps coming. He keeps coming. They keep falling. They fall every time. They fall every time. I'm so scared. I don't want it to happen again. Not again.
Alright, I got a pretty good feeling about what he's talking about. I'm just going to tell him we are also doing our best to try to figure out what's going on with all of this. Do you have any information that can help tie us to possibly what's happening at this inn? it seems like we're all in the same now.
As you say this, you see him kind of grasp at a holy symbol around his neck as he struggles to steady his breathing as he slowly turns to face you. You know what's going on. You've not forgotten. You've not forgotten yourself. Tell me, please. You've not forgotten yourself. You know what is going on here. It keeps repeating every time. Every time it keeps coming back. I keep falling. Do you know what I mean?
We just got here, but have a pretty good idea about what's going to happen here in a few hours now, and we're trying to figure out a way to break it.
Blessed be the flame. Yes, I am Balthazar Amadeus. I was on a pilgrimage to meet her. A pilgrimage from Kesselholm. I was coming here to the city. I believe her words ring true. And yet, when I came to stop in this place for a rest, I find myself trapped here. You are the first that seems to know what is going on. Do you know what is going on?
Trying to figure that out ourselves. We would like to break out of this as well, and maybe once we all do, we can make sure you have safe travel to Lucretia for everything that I'm assuming.
You know Our Lady. Yes. And you watch as he just, at this moment, just his legs give out and he crumbles to his knees. Oh, blessed be this holy sign. Here, heroes in this darkest hour. Please. You can see he's on like the verge of just like having a mental breakdown at this point in time, as he's just struggling to come to terms. Like it is this repetitive incident has just driven him to almost madness at this point, but you can sense that there's the smallest tinge of hope and relief in his words. I don't know what is going on, what is causing this, but if there's anything I can do to help, I beg you, please let me help you.
Of course, we're still trying to figure out everything ourselves, so I'm not quite sure how you could help. If you do get any sort of information, my name is Cedric, and you can meet our companions later, but just keep us on your mind if anything comes up, and keep yourself safe. We'll get everything out of this.
May the flame be with you, Cedric. I arrived here what I believed to be not but a day and a half ago. I sought refuge after such a long journey, and the moment I tried to leave, I keep finding myself back here. And every time night falls, I find myself crushed underfoot from falling fire of the heavens. And I find myself awoken on the floor in a cold sweat, with a piece of my memory all but gone. I fear if I'm here much longer, I may forget myself entirely. All the other patrons of this place, they seem to have forgotten themselves, forgotten why they are here. Some, I fear, will never escape this place, but something evil has a hold of this place. Something repeats this day over, this calamity over and over and over again. Unless we break it,
we too will be trapped here forever.
Are you familiar with anyone else that might be staying on this floor right now?
I believe, and he motions to the room that you all were in. This man, this noble, I've seen him many times now. He does not remember. I have asked him on occasion. Why he is here, and he does not remember. He swears he was fleeing some conflict of the war, but the war is long gone. It is the very reason we are here in this monstrous place. The patrons below, all they seem to do is indulge themselves. Either by choice or by misunderstanding, they've lost themselves to sin. And every time they pay retribution, every time they forget themselves just a little bit more. I fear some are mere memories of their former selves at this point.
It is an interesting state that we're currently in, but we know all about this guy over here. If if you hear of anything else, just let us know.
Of course. The few excursions I've made outside of my room, I have seen a strange company of ne'er-do-well-looking characters coming to and from the inn just before the fall of the meteor. Before the fire is cast upon this place, I see them coming from the outside. They do not come into the bar, but they go below. They go below, and they by accompaniment of the proprietor. He knows them. He knows them, and he allows it. There's something dastardly going on below, and I dare not go there, lest I lose myself entirely.
That's good info to have. And you believe that what was his open mic?
Open mic
Something
Connolly.
Irish? Okay, Connolly.
Yeah.
You believe that he's in on the ne'er-do-wells that go underneath the bar, go underneath the inn?
I have seen him talking to brigands of some strange sort. They go down below into the basement. I do not know why, and I do not care to find out. I am not a fighter. I am a man of faith, but I am no fighter.
Really good info to have. These are all great leads. The one thing I can guarantee is that we're gonna go ahead and do our best to figure out what's going on. We don't want our minds to go as much as you don't want yours to go. So we'll figure out what's going on. I can give you that promise.
You watch as he clutches that symbol hard to the point where it's like you can see the knuckles of his turn white and pale. Blessed be the flame. Bless these travelers. Bless these heroes. And as he says this, you can see this soft glow begin to form as he reaches out and touches your shoulder. And he's going to cast Death Ward on you. Please, take this blessing.
Cool. I know what that is.
Basically, if you go down to 0 hit points, you instead go to 1 hit point.
Oh, it brings me back to 1. Okay. That's good.
Please, find whatever's causing this. Find it and break it, please. Whatever this evil is, it must be stopped.
Of course. And I'm just gonna go ahead, pat him on the shoulder, and go back to the room where Chugrulk and Tim are.
While this is going on, Chugrulk, Tim, what are you doing? Kind of staying within this order, and then we'll flip back to you, Giorgio, here shortly.
That is a great question. We're still up in this room with this with these two, right? Is that
Yeah, there's a young lady of sorts, young lady of the evening, and she is still clutching at these bed sheets in the corner, basically. And then, of course, Chugrulk has the slightly clothed Marquis von Geldstadt, basically in an armbar on the floor.
all right?
I'm
And
just holding him for you while y'all do your thing.
I mean, and we know, and we already identified the amulet thing, so we don't need to worry about that, right? We did do that. Okay.
You feel fairly certain, based on your detect magic, that there's some strong connection between your staff and this item.
I mean, you good?
It's a beautiful brooch with a large ruby in the center of it, with a beautiful like rose gold setting, and a rose gold chain. And it, even though it looks quite old, it does not seem tarnished in the slightest bit. Like uncannily so. Like it looks very much like well maintained, and despite its age. And as you grip it in your hand, you can definitely feel there is strong magic coming off of this. You're not 100% sure, but you are fairly certain like there is a connection between this. Like there's a resonance between this and your inscrutable staff.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't. There's not a whole lot more here to do. So I mean, I think at this point, I would tell Chugrulk we should probably get the gang together and try to figure this out. That we know that it has something, most likely has something to do with this thing.
This guy at this stage, right? Like, I think we roped him up and shit.
Yeah, I believe you tied him up last time, so...
Yeah. So, like, I
'Cause
can
he's-
kind of release him, and we can kind of just keep him with us. I think we were going to take him downstairs from memory, like, maybe.
I don't
Whatever you
know.
want to do. He's your guy.
Yeah.
I don't care.
He's your man's.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I have what I'm interested in. So you do what you gotta do.
No, you. But yeah, I don't know if that's the best place for him now. But yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like, I don't want this guy to be screaming, but at the same time, I kind of need to keep him alive. Just for obvious reasons that I mentioned last time. Need him as proof, basically.
All right. And yeah, I mean, so I mean, we can roll out. We can try to find. I mean, if we're gonna take him with us, we could take him with us, and then I would like to try to find Giorgio and Cedric because I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. That was my thought.
Well, you see Cedric just at the door, basically.
Yeah.
Like, Cedric is
And then
just barely left the
Georgio's
room. He's probably standing in the doorway out, I would imagine. Is that...
Oh, sorry, I missed it because I thought he left. And then okay, I got you.
Giorgio is not with you. Yeah, Cedric is.
Yeah, Georgio's in the basement.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go find our boy Giorgio. See what he's up to.
Okay. Well, before we do that, are you taking the Marquis with you?
That is up to Chugrulk.
Chugrulk, are you taking the Marquis with you? Currently, he is
wait,
in his
actually,
underwear,
let me-
bound
Hang
and...
on. Let me
Just
think
pointing
of
that
this.
out.
Can I get like a? Is there anything like very sturdy in this room that I could potentially like and you know I don't like. I'm thinking I might just stash him in here.
I mean, there's some heavy furniture and beds. I think with enough,
Yeah.
you know... I mean, you got plenty of time. There's 3 of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So I'm gonna shove some socks in this guy's mouth. You know, make sure he can breathe, but can't make any noise. And then I'm basically just leaving him there tied up. You know, if he gets caught, it's just gonna look like he's up to his shenanigans because you know we caught him like this, bro. Like you know we didn't strip this guy.
Is this kink?
you see the young lady...
That's it.
Can I go? I swear, I'll say nothing. I'll say nothing. Just please let me leave. You have my word, please.
I don't know. I'm gonna look over to Cedric and yeah, like I don't know what to do here. I got nothing to do with this lady.
I'm gonna ask her, are you strong?
I'm
She doesn't have a we don't recognize her at all.
I'm-
do we? She's random.
a minor merchant's daughter. Fighting is not my... I can barely hold a knife. I'm an okay cook.
If we like barricade her in here, she won't be able to get out.
Yeah, I
Just
just
by
don't want
looking
her
at her
helping
puny
him.
arms.
That's my big thing. It's like if we're leaving her, we're tying her up as well. Like,
Okay.
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 Do you tie her up too?
Yeah, I mean, I got to.
Fuck
I'm gonna tie her up
Okay.
to a, I'm gonna tie her
I
up
didn't
on
mean
the-
to
on
do
the-
that in my character's voice. I'm really
Go ahead and
going,
roll me an
okay.
athletics check just for shits and giggles. It's
Guess
not
that's
going to be a
what we're
high
doing.
DC. This woman probably weighs like 100 pounds or less. Yeah. I mean, even with that, she's... Yeah, no. she
That's
she
a
struggles a
fucking,
bit, but like, yeah, between the three of you, it doesn't take much effort. 'Cause you tie them
But I'm
both
definitely
up and
gonna-
basically tie them to the bedposts.
Hang on, I gotta get one more here. I'm gonna hit it with this one. Oh. Might use some serious maneuvering to get these two into a very convincing position, I'll say, so that they look like they're maybe up to something if somebody runs into this room.
Freak.
God damn it.
There we go. That's me done. I'm over with Georgio now. I'm done. I'll be good.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. Oh,
I'll
God.
be good.
We'll just say you tie them together in a compromising position and then lock the door. All I'm going to
Already
say on that one. I don't
acrobatic
even want to
feat,
roll
like-
for that.
Damn.
Roll for Shibari.
I hope she likes him.
She better at this point. They're going to get real intimate for a long period of time at this point.
Yeah.
Only
Um,
for 2
I'm assuming
hours.
by the fact of what we walked into, if she doesn't like him, then there was something more concerning going on here.
Like, he could have paid for this, and now she's stuck tied up to this guy.
Yeah. I just don't want to yap him, that's all.
Anyway, with that, we're going to transition back to Giorgio down in the basement.
And
So I need to
be
wash
honest,
my
fellas,
brain of that moment.
I have no idea what I'm about to do.
Giorgio, as you sort of stumble down the stone steps, you hear very clear indication that someone has heard you. As you hear a number of footsteps coming towards you, coming from the door directly across from you.
Okay. And if I remember, this crate thing that's next to me is very small, and I'm a very large.
Yeah, the crate's probably no more than like 1.5 feet tall. It'd be like hiding behind a crepe myrtle for you.
I know that the picture doesn't always represent. Is there only one source of light in this room?
Yeah, just this one torch on the wall.
Okay. I have a way to put that out. Maybe. Can I stomp that out? Is there a lot of light? Because there's a trap door, right? So there's not any light coming from down the stairs.
No,
So
there's
the
no
light
light
can-
coming from
the light
behind
here.
you as you close that
And
door.
then if they open the door, they
Right.
have. I presume they have light in there as well.
There's a door here to would be your left here, and then there's one directly across from you.
Okay.
The sounds you heard were coming directly across from you.
Yeah. Can I take that off the wall? The torch?
Yeah, you can certainly do that.
So this is what I want to do: is hearing them coming. I think I'm going to quickly grab the torch and then try to open this other door and take the torch with me.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an, I'll say acrobatics or athletics to see how fast you can do this. And then depending on the result of that, we'll see where things go from. Is this athletics or acrobatics? Is this athletics or acrobatics?
So I keep forgetting I have push talk one. This is athletics. Sorry.
Athletics. Okay, got it. You immediately just run up and grab this torch, just yanking the torch and just like almost ripping the holder off the stone wall as you do so. As you kind of push through this door on the right, there's a small latch, but you immediately just barrel through it, breaking it. It's not very strong. It's a very thin door, but it does make a good bit of noise as you do this. But this room is now dark, and as you run into this adjacent room, let me go ahead and reveal this real quick.
Yeah, immediately I would need to, as quickly as I could, look around the room to make sure nothing is in there but me, right?
Right. As you run in through this door, you don't see anything. There's another small torch on the wall of this room as well, but the room that you just left is now pitch black.
Okay.
As you close the door behind you, trying to make it look as best you can like the door wasn't just broken open.
Sure. Okay. I'm going to assess this room.
As you say this, you hear 3 individuals come into the room opposite where you just left into the darkness. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. This is perception?
Perception check. I'm looking for a place that I can hide.
You could definitely, just at a quick glance, you can see there's a number of crates here, but you would have to move, or barrels here that you can move, but it would take a couple seconds. There's another space just over here in the corner that you might be able to squeeze into and duck down behind one of these larger whiskey barrels or beer kegs behind this larger stack of barrels that are kind of strapped to the wall. But that's the quickest thing you see at a glance.
Okay. I'm going to...
There's also like I said, a small light source here on this wall.
I'm going to go grab... Is that another torch?
Yeah, it's another smaller, like, little flickering torch. It's very low at this point.
Okay, I'm going to go and take that torch off the wall as well.
Okay.
And then hide in that back spot and then try to stomp out the flames on both of the torches.
Okay.
To make it completely dark. There's no more light, so they have to bring one in if they wanted to come in with light.
Sure.
If they wanted to look around, right?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me this room is now completely, I'll just put your token there, but you'd be behind these barrels here.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll keep your athletics check from the previous roll. This room is now completely pitch black as well, as you basically just smash the ends of these torches down against the stone and the dirt of this storage room, basically extinguishing them as you basically stomp them as quickly as you can and just like sit down on them with like as much force as you can to try to put them out.
Exactly how I pictured it. Perfect.
You still make a little bit of noise. There's no stealthing around this situation, but
no. They've already heard me, so
right. But with that, right as you hear them kind of begin to push their way in, you hear one of them in the back has a small oil lantern, but it's extreme. Like I wouldn't even say it's like an oil lantern. It's more like a candle on the end of a teacup holder, with like just a metal cover on it. So a very minuscule source of light. So not enough to illuminate the entire room. I would say like 10 feet at most. Very dim light and then darkness to the far side. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Normally you would have disadvantage, but because you're in the darkness, that offsets it. So this is just a straight stealth roll.
Straight stealth.
We'll wait a sec for him to come back. So we'll take a quick little breather for a moment.
Hey, we're good. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
So he rolled the nat 20. He's like, he's gone.
Yeah,
Nothing
see
to do.
Gone.
Stealth my whole
Drop
everything.
video.
And I rolled a 6.
Stealth
so,
through the fourth wall.
yeah, even with not having disadvantage, it was terrible.
You feel confident that you're not in direct view of this light, but as you go to try to put out this torch, almost sitting down on it, you feel it begin to burn at your backside as you do this. And you can smell there's a scent of burning leather before you can't stand it anymore. Ah! As you push through one of the barrels, standing straight up over here, as you hear these three individuals. Oi! Who's there? Come on, show yourself!
How tall are these 3 humans?
One of them is a gnome. One of them is an albino tiefling, and the other is a human. Like one is a small, like gnomish man. I just don't have a different token for it.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah,
I can. That's fine. How threatening do they appear? Can I see? Are they wearing armor? Do they have weapons?
Two of them are wearing lighter leathers. One of them has like thicker chainmail on. The human man. But the tiefling and the gnome seem to be wearing like lighter leathers, but they have like a number of daggers. The gnomish man has a small hand crossbow that he's gripping right now.
Okay.
In one hand, and the tiefling has what looks like a rapier ready to go.
Okay. If I had to guess, could I guess what their classes are?
Go ahead and give me a perception check at disadvantage, just because this is a very quick glance.
I think that'll do it.
Hard. Wait, did it go through? Yeah, I see an 8 for perception. Is that what it is? Okay.
I don't. Yeah. Roll 2.
You imagine there's some type of martial class? They don't seem to be wielding any type of like arcane implements. These all seem mundane. But they are armed. You don't see any immediate emblems across them or anything. They just seem to be your run-of-the-mill thugs and individuals, ne'er-do-wells of the lowest caliber.
Okay. I will step out with my hands up, like I'm not threatening.
Okay.
And just say, "Oh, hey, everybody, calm down. It's cool. Everything's fine."
What in the hell are you doing here? You hear from the gnome, which would be this gentleman on the top. Who let you in here?
I'm forgetting the name of the guy who runs the bar.
Open mic, Connolly.
Open mic, yeah. So say he sent me. He told me to come down and check on you guys.
Open mic sent you?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a deception check.
There we go.
Let's go.
There's a good one.
The open mic's just letting any old dodger off the street to come in and help us out. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. He just said to come down here and ask you guys if you needed any help.
Alright. Will you try anything funny? And we'll run you through. You got it?
Got it.
No questions asked. No funny business. Get your ass in here.
Let's go.
Alright. You watch as they escort you into this other room. Let me go ahead and reveal this real quick. there is a number of individuals of similar garb, most of them wearing, hodgepodge pieces of armor or, leathers and things of that nature. There's a larger orcish man in the middle of the room. You can see beside him, leaning up against a chair, is a large maul, like a two-handed club, basically, with a large, blunt, chunk of iron on the end of it. Just this crude-looking, just bludgeoning device.
Hey! Who's that one?
Open Mark sent him. Introduce yourself, friend. I know you came late, so you don't get as big a cut.
That's fine. He asked me, this is a favor that he asked me. I'm not even really concerned about the cut. He'll take care of me, I know that. My name's Hank. And I'm here. He said that you guys might need some extra help. Doesn't look like it to me, but that's what he wanted me to do.
All right.
All right, Hank.
What do you know about smuggling?
Not a ton.
You don't look like much of a hider. You look like you could keep yourselves in a fight, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm
we run
guessing,
anything
if I had to
funky
guess.
in there, we'll be sure who to push in first.
Exactly. I think that's what he thought that I would be good for, as kind of an escort, not specifically to help with anything, but just if there's trouble, I'm here.
All right. Well, I don't know what Mike told you. We's here to establish new supply lines in and out under the guards' noses. If we can keep this clean and to the point, we can all find ourselves a little bit heavier in the pockets, if you know what I mean.
Say that last part again.
I said, if we can keep this, we can establish these supply lines underneath the guards' noses, we can all find our pockets a bit heavier, if you catch my drift.
Mm-hmm.
But since you was late, your cut's a little diminished.
How diminished? That's my only question.
Well, we'll decide depending on how good you are. How's that
That's what I
sound?
like to hear.
Anyway, as this is happening, we're going to flip back to the other three as this is going on. Because I would imagine during this whole conversation and exchange is when that conversation. So we'll keep it on the, since this is all kind of happening congruently, I'll keep it on the 4th hour for the time being. But up on the 2nd level, what are Tim, Cedric, and Chugrulk doing?
We don't. Sorry, we don't know where Giorgio actually went, right?
Yeah.
That is a good question. Giorgio, did you tell your companions where you were going?
No.
Okay.
In fact, I timed my exit as they were going in the room. I was the last one, so I would have followed, and so I went the other way instead. So I don't know if anybody would have even noticed until they went to close the door, because I didn't close it after I walked in, right? Like I don't know how that would have played out live, but
Sure.
it was definitely, it wasn't, like I said, clearly it wasn't stealthy, but it was not I didn't tell anyone, and I didn't say anything as I walked away. I just walked.
Sure. Cedric, since you were the closest to the door, I'll say, give me a perception check to see if you saw what direction Giorgio left. With a 22. Yeah. He very much went straight down the hallway, and before you lost sight of where he was going. He didn't go down the switchback stair that leads into the bar. He went all the way to the other end of the hallway.
Okay. I'm probably just going to mention that. Like, Georgio went this way. I don't know where he went past that.
Get rid of your token here.
But not sure what you guys want to do. If we want to find him, think he went this way.
We'll go that way. That sounds good.
Okay.
Chugrulk?
I'm down to follow. Like I said, I just put a couple of words to these two to be quiet, and then I'm following.
The guy with sock stuffs in his mouth. Be quiet.
That's shut up, man. I see you wriggling.
He watches Chugrulk kicks him one time on the way out the door.
Then I guess we're gonna go down the hall.
You see down the hall, after a quick glance, the only way to get down from here would be this set of stairs just outside this single door leading onto the balcony area. You can see a number of people out on this balcony, maybe like half a dozen at most, but not nearly as busy as downstairs. But this would be, from what you can tell, the only other means of getting back down to ground level.
And we don't actually know where those stairs go as of right now. We just know that they lead down.
They lead down. You can see that they go down to the first level outside on the patio area.
Got it.
Yeah,
To
they're
the-
like
the
exterior
side.
stairs. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty obvious as you look down that they go down to the patio level.
Then let's
So-
go down to the patio level.
Yeah, they would be basically. Well, let me
Yo.
right where Georgio's token was there. So right here. And as you step down the stairs, you can see. You look at a quick glance. I mean, your companion Georgio's as big as you are, or almost as big as you are. They would stand out pretty easily in a crowd like this, being a half giant Goliath. And you don't
Sure.
see them in the bar at a glance. So, and you kind of look around outside. We're just going off of your perception check from earlier. You don't see them generally around the building. So they're either in a part of the building you haven't gone to yet. But you do see as you step down, very obviously, that there is a hatched door at your feet.
And this is probably what was his name? Bartholomew? Someone with a B?
Balthazar.
Balthazar. Balthazar was telling us about something that seemed to be underneath, or some shady characters that went underneath the inn.
He mentioned that there were some strange ne'er-do-wells being invited by the proprietor.
By Mike.
Right. And he did specifically mention the underground or the basement.
Got it. I'm gonna look at Chugrulk and Tim and just say, I think there might be some bad dudes down there if we wanted to continue, but I have no idea where Georgio is. All I know is that he went this way.
Respect the honesty.
Oh yeah, I would have told you guys about this this priest, by the way.
That's fair.
So you have some sort of idea as to where I'm getting this information from.
Got it.
But
Yeah, I think at this stage, like I said, I've got my kind of like my own little thing, like kind of sorted, quote unquote, in my mind. Like I'm just kind of mainly, I'm gonna say my mental is thinking about that guy not escaping. Need him pretty badly.
Sure.
Say my name. And so I'm just following kind of blindly. Happy to help.
yeah, I guess we continue down the hatch.
Okay.
Is there?
Georgio, just as a helping hand too, if you don't want to have to, I think you can roll straight from D&D Beyond if you have that extension.
I don't have the extension. That's why I'm
gotcha. Okay.
doing it all manually. That's the
Don't worry about it
reason
then.
why.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Either way, just thought it might be easier than having to look up every one, but whatever you want to do. Works the same either way. But nevertheless, so the three of you are going down into this hatch area.
think
Are
so,
you
yeah.
doing so stealthily, or are you just heading down?
I'd probably just head down.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do this, you hear a voice from the other side of the window. It's a bit muffled because it's inside the bar, but you do hear the voice of Open Mike. Hey! What are you doing out there? That's trespassing! You're not allowed in there!
I'm gonna turn and just say, "Shut the fuck up," and just continue down.
Yo!
I'm not jiving this bar anymore.
My God.
Give me an intimidation check.
Let's fucking do it, dude. Hell yeah, Balsamic.
Ugh.
Balsamic wants to get out.
Ugh. My voice cracks as I say it.
As you all are heading down, you hear a voice calling from, "Hey, you boys! It looks like we got some scumbags who are getting a little big for their britches!" But you don't see who he's saying this to as you all are heading down. You just hear this this voice calling from behind you, and it's a bit, like I said, it's muffled because it's coming from inside the bar. But you all head down into the basement level.
In the fucking pitch blackness.
It is now pitch black down here. The only light source you see as you head... Oops. There we go. The only light source you all see, you can place your tokens in this general area. Since I don't think your tokens are down here now. The only light source you see is a thin bit of light coming from underneath the door, directly across from where you step down the stairs.
Excuse me, can I use my light cantrip on my staff?
You can certainly do that.
I
you
will do that,
fill the
please.
room with light.
Yo.
And as you do this, you immediately hear some voices from the other side of the door. What in the hell? Who is letting all these fools in here? I didn't know we was running a charity. You know about this? As he points to you, Giorgio. Did Open Mike hire a whole bunch of extras?
He only talked to me. I don't know anything, guys.
Huge yikes.
Tim, Cedric, and Chugrulk, what are you doing while this is going on?
Oh my God.
Is there anywhere in this room that I could obscure myself from vision? Because
not
I feel
really.
I feel like
There's
I'm
like 3
obviously
small
very
tables
recognizable.
and some like casks against the wall and some shelves, but there's really like... Give me a stealth check with like super disadvantage.
No.
I was gonna ask something.
Is that a door at the bottom right?
Yeah, that's a door right there at the bottom. There's a double door at the bottom.
I'm just gonna walk over and start to go through that door, and if nobody stops me, because I'm hoping that enough people would be distracted about the extra people. I'm just gonna go this way.
Okay. You try to open that door and
Until
you
someone stops. Yeah.
You try to open the door and it's locked. I mean, you can try to force it open if you want.
Can I try to force it open?
Okay, give me an athletics check to see if you can just like barrel through it. You just shoulder check this door open. It's not a very big door. It's like very thinly locked. It's like a similar caliber to the other one, and that lock is very old, and you just boosh like straight through. In that process, let me go ahead and reveal what you see here, at least as you step through this, at least the initial side here. I would imagine you probably barrel through about 10 feet as you just charge through this door.
I'll say I'm not like trying to like run or anything, right? Like I just want to
right, but you need a decent amount of force to go through this.
Jam it. Okay, if that carries me through, okay.
I mean, that's the amount of momentum you would have to like barrel through this door. I mean, this would be like breaking through a solid core door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
You can see that there's a hallway here leading into, and as you barrel through, I would imagine you're about 10 feet here. Not enough to see around this corner, but enough to hear that there is definitely the passage of air through here. Like there's a sound of air flowing down this hallway, and like there is a large echo from something in here.
Okay.
Or I shouldn't say something, but like it's a very echoey, like boisterous room. Yeah, a very empty room. But as he's doing that, what are the three of you doing? You just hear this like, and you hear the couple of the guys as you run past Georgio are like,
I think Shiny.
What in the hell?
I might have one as well. Or Shiny has like a comment.
No, he already left. I was just gonna ask if Georgio, like, if he said what he said out loud, if I could pick up on it. But if he already bolted out of the room, then forget it.
Well, you would have heard. Give me a perception check to see if you heard him. To see if you heard Georgio among the other chaos going on. Yeah, you would have heard him. You'd have been like, "What is Georgio doing down here?" Yeah, you can definitely tell he's in this room.
Okay.
And then you suddenly hear just this crash of a door breaking in half.
I'm gonna real quick just before we move back to them.
Sure.
After I crash through the door, I look back. Does anyone follow me immediately?
You can definitely see that there are two guys like turning towards you, like, "Oi, Henry, what the fuck, mate?" And they're definitely getting annoyed to the point of like getting combative at this point.
I'm gonna close the door behind me.
Okay. I mean, you can try to close it, but you basically broke the mechanism.
Okay.
I mean, you basically broke the door.
And then I'm gonna walk around the corner, and so that's
okay.
I'll do that, and then we can go back to them. But I just want to make sure that it's in progress as everything else goes on.
All right. You walk around this corner. Let me go ahead and reveal what you see here.
You can wait on that. That's okay.
Well, let me reveal it, and then we'll pop to the other group. Just so you have something to think about here as you look down this area. Give me just a sec. That is what you see.
What the fuck, dude? Okay.
Yo, you made some bad choices, dude.
I did.
We'll come back to you, Georgio. With that, we're going to call this the top of the last hour.
Take your time.
We're going to call this the top of the last hour with that series of choices.
Oh,
right as your companions step in on the other side of this room. If you guys want to put your
clarifying questions, just because I think that I got that right. But if I'm not mistaken, when we got here, Tim basically like shined a fucking huge ass torch in the whole ass room and like illuminated Georgio, and it fucked up everything. And then like, but we didn't actually see him per se, right?
No, you wouldn't have seen him directly. You heard his voice though.
Yeah.
Tim definitely heard his voice. Yeah.
So Tim fucked there. That just came in. I love that. I'm just wondering if we actually saw Georgio and like, hey man, and then shown a torch, or we just like fucking threw that shit in there.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of like I know what he's doing, but my character doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
You just like flashbanged the fucking room and then just like, I love that shit, man. That's so fucking funny. All right, I just thought make sure I'm on.
This is the worst B&E I've ever seen.
That's so good, yeah. We're all on the wrong page.
Listen, fucking Balsamic told the guy to go fuck himself. Who cares at this point? They're gonna fucking march out in here any minute now.
In character, we're all like, man, we got an hour left. Let's fucking just balls to the wall this shit.
But yeah, as Georgio barrels through and sees some fucking weird shit in the other room, you guys don't see this yet. What are you doing?
All right, I am going to just like keep like, this is now where I've gone into like battle stations. I'm gonna say straight away. I'm like gonna like I'm just, now that Georgio's not here, I'm just used to it. Who's tankier out of the two of you two? Like, would I know this? Would I? You're both
between me and Tim.
Yeah, I believe you, right? Like,
I think me a little bit.
Honestly, we're comparable. We both were 19s.
So that's where
I mean, we got a good amount.
I'm gonna just step right in front of y'all because I'm used to keeping my 10 range like with Georgio. So I'm going into battle stations without him, and I'm kind of a little. I feel a little lackluster. I'm gonna say. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna step with caution, you know, to kind of just be ahead of you two, but still kind of pushing back so we're, you know, like in this corner.
Sure.
As you all step into the room, you hear the orcish man. Sorry, I'm just marking a couple of these for specific things from earlier. The one that's marked green is the gnomish man that I mentioned earlier, and the one that's marked blue is the albino tiefling, and then this is a human man. The half orcish man is the one the one that looks very different. The rest are a mixture of different ethnicities and whatnot, mostly human. All of them in a mixture of either like busted up chainmail, like a breastplate, and mostly leathers. But the large orcish man at this point is like picked up his maul in one hand. Oi! Who the fuck are you? What in the fuck is Open Mark thinking bringing on this many? And where the fuck is Henry? What are you all doing here? Start explaining yourselves or I'm gonna crack some skulls.
You wanna take that, Budley, since you're in front of us?
All right, I'm gonna say just chill out, man. Just chill out. We just got hit too. We've just been getting yelled at from above. We thought this might have been, you know, some quarters that we could kind of get some, you know, get some respite. It's not that. We're just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on here, man.
Roll me a deception check with disadvantage.
Yes. Oh, this is gonna be 220s. Wait for it. Hang on.
Looking
actually...
for respite in a basement. I love it.
That's it. That's it.
Did you
I'm not
say
sitting
looking
down,
for
I'm
respite
set
in a
up.
basement?
Okay.
Not bad.
It's
Not
not the
awful.
worst.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, come on, man, I'm banking here.
I don't
Like I said,
think
I'm
you know
panicking.
where you're coming from, mate. As he picks up the maul and just crushes it down on this table and splits it in half. As he picks it up with the other hand. Or do you get the fuck out? I'll send you out in pieces. And at this point in time, you hear calling from the other side of the room. Hey! Sorry, I need to remember this guy's name.
Hey, Goon 1.
Hey, Goon 1.1 green dude. I don't remember his name. Hold up.
His name is also Hank.
It's also Hank.
Yes. Oh
He
my
is
God.
Hank number 2.
He should be called
my
Henry.
God.
He's like, hi, I'm Henry.
Henry. I'm sorry. Was it Henry or Hank that you said? I don't remember.
It was Hank.
It was Hank. I don't remember.
That everybody.
It
I think
has
it's
changed to
funnier if
Henry,
everybody
I
gets
like
my
it.
name wrong.
Yeah.
No one knows.
So
We
good.
just all have some sort of H name going.
Everyone's wrong.
You just see him pick up the maul. Oi! Ted! Are there a group of little fuckers down there? They're not supposed to be there! Kick them out! Well, you heard the man. I need everybody to roll initiative at this point.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Damn it! I as soon as I said what I said before, I was like, I should have.
No, that was going to be a high roll one way or another. That,
No. I
there
should've
is no
just pulled out my
fucking way
javelin
in hell.
immediately and throw it in the fucking group.
Yeah, no, the DC on that was like an 18. There's no way.
Oh damn! Yeah, I was like, oh man, I have to keep in the character. I was like, I'm definitely not.
Oh, whoops.
Like,
Did we?
Gonna
Hold
admit,
on.
I didn't admit this, but in character, I was like, when you said disadvantage, it kind of made sense. But I was like, man, at this stage, I'm surely darting my eyes looking for Giorgio at this stage. Like, just be like, where the fuck is he? Like,
Did I not? Oh,
like that
shit.
the,
I gotta redo that. Hold on.
I like that the turn counter came up with citizen snips.
Yeah, it came up
my
with.
God.
Oh, I was clicked on the wrong thing.
that's great.
Let me
That's
clear it.
terrible.
You might have to re-roll that again, Cedric and Tim.
Okay.
Do man.
We'll just take the higher one because I fucked up. It's roughly the same for you, Cedric.
I rolled a 21 the first time.
Oh, did you roll? Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Giorgio, did you roll? There we go. Cool.
I had a space where I didn't need it.
All right. Well, let me. You gotta add some fuckers here.
Boss, by the way. Well, like, out of us. So I just need to go to the bathroom. So that
Yeah. If you gotta use the bathroom, go ahead and do it now. That's probably a good time to do it.
Yeah. All right, what was it?
Why can I not click? Oh my god. Roll20's being a bitch right now. I'm about to grab the whiteboard. Yep, I'm grabbing the whiteboard. Fuck it. Fuck it, we're going analog. Alright, so they were a... Giorgio, what's your dex mod? Or what's your dex total? Sorry, not the mod.
My initiative mod is +2.
Yeah, but what's your
total is
dex?
14.
14.
+2.
Okay. Okay, so you're gonna go after the half orcish Ted Oates. And let's see the other guys. Oh my god. The thugs rolled a nat 20.
Shoot.
But that's the thugs. That's not the other guys. Mr. Big, the gnomish man, is gonna roll now.
No way.
He rolled a 2. Mr. Big is the green dot one, the gnomish man, and then this is the albino tiefling. What's her name? I think it's Miss. Left Hand Lila. What's her name? Okay, she rolled like shit too. My god. Mr. Big. I'm dead serious, that's their name. And then
That's funny.
Yeah, the gnomish man is Mr. Big. And then let's see. My name is... There are some who would call me Tim. Ted Oates. Giorgio. And Chugrulk. And then there is one more here. Okay. Okay. Well, when everybody gets back, we'll started with that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Roll20. The initiative tracker's been real fucky this whole day.
Was it just not adding the
Well, like when we started, it
bandits
wouldn't
or
even...
whatever?
It wasn't showing what I was seeing on my GM screen.
Oh, right.
Because I had the initiative tracker from last time. And then this time it wasn't letting me... Like, it wouldn't let me open the... Oh, now it's working. Of course. That's fine.
As expected.
As one would expect. But yeah, we'll get started with this hullabaloo here in just a moment. I love that, Giorgio. You came around that corner and were like, I fucked up. I don't like this.
I might be coming right back into the room. I don't know.
Seeing a gigantic toothed pit.
Fucking Sarlacc pit over there in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm in danger. As soon as Spudley gets back, we'll get started.
Now, obviously, like, we haven't seen it yet. Is this like the only? Like, we haven't seen any other like abominations or like weird shit going on, as far as like
Inside
what
the
we've
inn?
seen in other parts of Drakenheim so far. Yeah.
Nope. This is probably the weirdest thing you've seen thus far, other than just the general insanity of this place.
Sure.
This is the weirdest, like, body horror thing you've seen. I mean, compared to everything else in Drakenheim, this is, like, pretty tame. It's just weird, like, logically.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
we're trapped in this time loop. There's bandits that are trying to get like trade lines going. They're smuggling
yeah,
lines.
smuggling routes, yeah.
Giorgio's Hank now, or Henry, or whatever H word we're going with. I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah, I have no idea. I love you said it and I just immediately fucked it up. Because it didn't matter anyway.
Generic H name.
What happens when there's like 4 dozen NPCs in a fucking location? I gotta remember all this
Right.
shit. Anyway, if everybody's back from break, we'll go ahead and jump back into things. First up are the thugs. Just your classic, you know, thuggy boys here. Where did my my big
Here.
boy go? He disappeared. I think I might have deleted him. Let me put him back on the board because he's missing.
He disappeared. The initiative tracker disappeared too from my side.
Yeah, I closed it because I'm doing it on the whiteboard.
Oh, because you're just doing it on whiteboard.
Yeah, it's not showing up, and I don't want to add it back now that it is showing up. Hold on.
Sure.
Let me get back to where we were. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, this guy. I don't know why he suddenly disappeared, but he was, I think, right there. But these humans and, you know, mixed company are going to go ahead and start charging up towards you guys. So to start with, this guy's going to rush up on you, Tim, with a scimitar. Take some slashes. This one's going to rush up on you, Chugrulk. This one's also going to rush up on you. And then these two guys are going to... These two are going to take some pot shots with hand crossbows. So starting at the top, he's going to slash twice at you, Tim. First one definitely fucking misses with a natural 2. Next one is a 19 to hit.
Just got it.
Okay. That is, ooh, good roll. 11 slashing damage to you as he misses with the first strike, but then cuts back across and catches you like right below the chin, right across the top of the chest. This guy is going to swing at you, Chugrulk. That is a 15 to hit, which I know is nowhere near your AC. And a 21.
Meets it, beats it, right?
Yeah, it
Am I
meets it,
correct?
beats it. Yeah, I think you have 20
mine is
AC.
21.
Okay, it is 21. Okay, gotcha. Oh, that's right, because you have the +3 shield.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. That is 9 slashing damage from the scimitars. It barely catches up between one of the plates. This one is going to swing at you as well. That's definitely not going to hit with a natural 3 and a natural 1 as his blade snaps on your shield and like hits the wall and like clangs off the wall. Like now you're looking at this like broken hilt. Hey, that was my favorite sword. And then these two, this guy's going to take a couple shots at you, Cedric, with the crossbow. I'm sorry.
Can I use my sentinel attack on these ones?
You could use on the one that attacked your companion here.
Yeah, the other one was I was going to ask, just sorry, it's been a while, so I was just looking this up while you were talking. The Shieldmaster evasion, so does that attack allow half damage that I took just then, or no?
Evasion is on AoEs that require dex.
Right. Yeah, that's why I would just...
So, like, if somebody threw a fireball down, that required a dex save. So it doesn't allow you to have the damage on, like, just normal attacks. But you could
like,
sentinel the one here in front of Tim if you wanted to.
Right, yeah, sorry.
So if you want to take your attack to him, you definitely could.
Yeah, I think I will. I was just going to make sure. And that's just one per turn. I can only shoot a sentinel one attack.
Right. Yeah, it's one retaliation, a strike against somebody who's within 5 feet and attacks your ally.
Yeah, just thought I'd get a reminder on that.
Yep, so go ahead and, if you want to take it, you got it.
Cool. Going.
Is that to hit 15?
Yes.
Unfortunately, a 15 just misses on this guy.
Yeah,
He's wearing breastplate, so he's got a slightly higher AC.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, he dodges out of the way just in time as the blade comes out of your sheath.
Ugh! Cast off these heathens, my blade brother!
As you hear the sword cry out in your mind. Back to these two guys. They're going to fire some pot shots at you, Cedric. Start with the one over here. The first one getting a 24 to hit, natural 19 on the dice.
That does, in fact, hit.
Okay. That's going to be 7 piercing damage to you. Second shot. That is a natural 2, so that misses completely. He gets that lucky first shot where he's like, and like manages to catch you at like the waist, and you're like, ow, that hurts. And then the other guy, seeing you try to strike at his friend, is going to shoot at you twice, Chugrulk. Getting a 22 on the first shot.
Dang.
That is 8 piercing damage to you. And the second one is a 19, which I don't think hits. Okay. With that, Cedric, we are on to you. What would you like to do?
Checking radius on something real quick here.
Sure.
So, yeah, I'm gonna just like, I can occupy the same square as like Chugrulk or Tim, right?
Tim, maybe. Chugrulk, definitely not. I mean, he's much bigger. I would say probably not in that regard. I would say you could probably occupy the same as Tim.
Tim, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine then. I'm going to go ahead, occupy the same space as Tim.
Okay.
And then cast my Spirit Guardian.
Okay. You should have the spell effect on there, so you should be able to place it. So yeah, you'd get everybody except I think this guy would be just outside it. Whoops. Right. It's centered on. It's not perfectly centered. So you would get
delete it off. And
yeah, you would get these 4 guys. So they all need to make wisdom saves.
Yeah.
Okay, they are not the most wise individuals, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Starting at the top, he got a natural 20, so I mean, maybe he is wise. I don't know, or just fucking lucky.
Just in that moment.
The dude below him got a 7, so no, he fails. This dude rolled a 23, actually. The gnomish man.
Okay, gnomes are smart, sure.
Yeah, gnomes. He's also a quite crafty looking. And the other guy got a 19. This dude. So
Okay,
three
fuck.
successes and 1 failure. But they still take half damage, I believe.
They do, yeah.
Is that on their turn, or is that initially when they enter the Spirit Guardians?
I think it's both, right?
Yeah,
Right,
it's
okay.
both.
So go ahead and roll your damage. Ooh. Yeah, this first dude that's right in front of Tim, I'm going to move this out of the way. He is just eviscerated immediately. Or I'm sorry, this dude is heavily damaged. This dude in the middle that failed is eviscerated immediately by your Spirit Guardians. And then this
Nice.
guy looks
Oh my
quite
God.
quite damaged.
Well, I'm thinking about it. These are just some fucking bar goons. I mean, I get it.
Yikes. They did
Right.
not sign up for this, man.
Is there anything else you'd
Yeah.
like to do, Cedric?
I mean,
This one looks like he took some damage, but he's not looking nearly as bad as his younger cohorts, who are probably like late teens, early 20s, not real intelligent individuals.
Oh,
Fuck
fuck,
it,
I shouldn't have said that, Tim. Now I'm gonna feel bad when I pull out like a
I'm gonna move
burning
myself
sword or a
there.
fucking-
Brother,
Okay.
I'll give you a preview of my fucking move. I was gonna cast Fireball, but if he already fucking got blown up by a Spirit Guardian, I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay, so you move again, and you're just gonna push more people into it.
yeah. As
Okay.
as I watch people just fucking explode, I may as well.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, this guy's got to make a wisdom save. This is the dude on top. Surprisingly, he gets a 21.
Dude, what the hell?
Yeah, he rolled a
Our
natural 19 on the die.
Man,
So
going
he's
out with
he's
that
looking
fucking-
pretty hurt, but he's not like on death's door. The albino tiefling is gonna roll now. They
These things are
fail.
dumb.
They're not as they look pretty beat up immediately from this, but they're not like on death's door. And then the half orcish man just grits and bears it immediately. Oh, fuck dice! Not my dice! I'm not gonna dig that up right now. He rolled a 6. So yeah, he fails, but he just grits and bears it as he prepares to like charge at you with this two-handed maul. Yeah, and that's where we stand. Give me 1 sec. I gotta
Cool.
track of some shit here. Okay. That, and then that. Okay. Cool. I'll mark this guy as. Oops. It looks really cool, but it is cumbersome. I'm just gonna put a marker
Yeah.
that they are injured. We'll go ahead and put that there. I think it was roughly there. We'll go with that.
I can delete it off and just since I can just center it directly on my
Sure,
character.
yeah. We'll bring it up
I'll
when
just
it's.
keep it off. I'll keep
yeah.
it off from now until my turn.
Okay.
That way,
I
Tim and everyone can move around.
Yeah. Okay. So I think unless you want to continue moving, that will be your turn. Unless you want to.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Tim, we're on to you. You just watched a whole bunch of dudes get just chewed up like a fucking blender.
I'm just gonna cast I'll cast Burning Hands
Okay.
on the dude that's in front of me.
Okay. I would imagine you try to like point it at the wall to keep
Yeah.
from burning your companions. Otherwise, you'd catch Cedric in it.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid Cedric, you really would only catch this one dude in front of you.
That's fine. That's exactly what I'm going for.
Got it. Okay. Go ahead. I need to make a dex save.
Yeah, I'm casting it at level 2, so 18.
Okay. Dex save 18. No, he rolls a 4 on the die, so that is
So he did.
Yeah, no, he did. Go ahead and roll your damage. Let's see. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be roasted alive, but
16.
you never know. 16 total.
Yeah.
No, he just is immediately turned into fucking ash on the ground. Just incinerated on the spot. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope. I'm just gonna stand there, just look smug as fuck, and then just chill.
Okay. Ted Oates, the half orcish man, is gonna
Ted
rush.
Oates?
His name is
I love
Ted
the name.
Oates.
Oh my
Love
god.
it. Great name.
Is gonna rush up and
What a hero.
Let's see.
He's rushing at half speed. If that matters.
Oh, that's right, because he's in the Spirit Guardian, so he is moving. Which I think he has to make the save again because it's the top of his turn, right? He
Yep.
started his turn in it.
Yep.
Okay. He rolled a 1, so yeah, that's a failure. Go ahead and roll your damage. Okay. Showing some wear and tear, but not this man looks a lot tankier than the others.
It's the beard.
Yeah, he just rushes up and
The
tanks
beard
it,
and Medano.
and he's gonna take 2 big swings with this maul at you. Since you're
That's
the
fair.
one controlling this meat grinder. And he's gonna attack recklessly, and he gets a crit. So
Okay.
that is that's that is 21 bludgeoning damage to you, Cedric.
I'm gonna use my stone endurance.
And I need a concentration check from you. Well, after you do this, and then whatever the new
Oh,
number is.
whoops.
Okay. So that is
That's
11.
10 plus
Oh.
3.
okay. So
So
8
13. I don't know.
8
You said
damage.
21,
Yeah,
right?
21.
8, yeah.
8 damage. And I need a concentration check from you. You just need to beat a 10.
I get advantage on concentration checks.
That you
I
do.
guess.
Yeah, because you have Warcaster.
Hmm. Oh, an
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. You're 11 total or 19?
I rolled an 8 and an 11
Okay. So yeah, you
because
got
it was just I had advantage on it, so I just
Got it.
passed.
So you're good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Second strike. He is going to swing
Oh.
at you again. Yeah, you didn't know about second strike? That's going to be a 23 to hit.
That does in fact hit.
Okay. And then that's going to be 22 bludgeoning damage as he strikes you across the other way, just swinging wildly. But this is a big ass maul that he's hitting you with. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
this just sucks knowing.
yeah. And I need another
Guy.
check from you. This one is you got to beat an 11.
Ah, no.
Nope. Spirit Guardians goes down.
What a jerk.
As you and you lose your you hear your ears ringing initially as this happens as he's just you thought you could come in here and take more money. Giorgio, we're on to you. You are staring at God knows what.
Yeah. I know you said that there's some wind action going on.
There is some sort of breeze coming out of
kind
the
of
weird
noisy.
flesh hole, and there's also a
Okay.
breeze coming from these two. Yeah, you like that description?
No.
And the two doors that are
Inside.
broken off on the other side. It's very
Okay,
dim in
so-
here, but
Okay.
yeah, you can
Is-
definitely see there's a breeze coming from both these locations.
Okay. Is it like kind of noisy? Can I hear the commotion from behind?
Oh yeah. I mean, it sounds like a yard sale is going through a hurricane right now in the other room.
Okay.
In fact, give me an initial perception check as you stare into this room.
Sure.
18.
18.
You definitely hear air moving from the double doors. The air moving from the weird toothy hole has a pattern to it. Like breathing. Like the air is coming up and it's like... Like, it definitely, like, you can feel it coming, like, pushing out and then being drawn back in.
That's terrible.
You're welcome.
Oh my god.
Bonus action, I'm going to turn on my Boots of Speed with a little click.
Okay.
Which gives me double speed.
Okay.
And I think also prevents opportunity attacks.
Yep.
If I'm moving. So
You are muted right now.
oh, sorry, I thought I was holding the key. I want to grab, thank you. I want to grab I move 15 feet here. I want to grab something on the ground and just like toss it into the mouth and see what happens.
Okay.
Just like a
Easy
rock or a
enough.
piece
You
of
just
wood or anything. Yeah.
you watch it just disappear into this dark abyss, and you listen with that perception. You just hear, and then nothing.
No change in the breathing patterns or anything like that.
Not for the first few seconds before. That's what you hear shortly, a few seconds after. I would say like 5 or 6 seconds after.
Okay. Is that like coming out of the ground, or is that all like below? Like, is there like a hole in the ground, and then as the hole
It's
comes in,
raised about a foot, maybe a foot and a half off the surface of the ground. Like, it's definitely like, it looks like it's erupted out of the ground.
yeah. Does it? I don't know if it'd be hard if I could tell, but like, does it look like like, is it bigger than the hole? Right? Like, does that, like, is this like something like really big that's like coming up and then this mouth is like poking out, or does it look like or is this like is my question making sense, or is this like a worm that's as big as it appears to be?
Or is it like kind
Can,
of
can I tell?
trumpeting
Doesn't
out?
look like the opening with the teeth and like fangs it's moving. It sounds like something else is in this pit.
Okay.
But it doesn't look like the flesh that's kind of congealed itself to the rock and the dirt is moving. Like, it doesn't. You don't sense movement from that, but you sense movement from well below.
Okay. I'm going to, let's see. Hang on. Let me. I can't really get far enough. So I'm going to come back. So I've moved 15 already. So this is going to be 5, 10, 15 here. So that's the 30. And then 10, 20, 30.
Okay.
That's all 60 movement. And I'll come back out. And then see if I can get everybody's attention.
Okay.
And be like, hey guys, does anybody know about what this thing is?
Give me a general charisma check as you do this. See if you can get everybody's attention with this.
Just there's charisma. +2.
Not really. They're just focused on what's in front of them right now. With everything else that's going on, they're pretty dead set, and your voice just falls on deaf ears. But I would imagine if your companions, want to roll. In fact, the three of you give me a perception check to see.
All of us?
Yeah, all of you give me a perception check. The DC is his 14. There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Chugrulk, you're the only one that noticed that Georgio is now on the other side of the room and is calling out, looking quite unnerved.
That literally makes sense because, as I said before, I was kind of darting around looking for him as I came in. I was like,
Hey, sometimes the dice want to be as narrative as we do.
that's it.
Okay. Is there anything else, Georgio, you'd like to do?
I don't think so. I don't want to engage in combat just yet. I don't think, because these guys, up until you guys say Georgio, these guys think that I'm Hank. So,
Yeah, and we obviously don't know that they're calling you Hank, so yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. I don't know.
Mhm.
So no, I think we'll just leave it at that. Is I'm just so like whacked out about this weird thing with the breathing that
Sure.
I'm just like stunned and just trying to get people's attention. And if they're not paying attention to me, then I'm not. I'll just move closer the next chance I get.
Okay. Chugrulk, we're on to you. You hear Georgio calling to you, and you very clearly see him now on the other side of the room, looking very unnerved. You're the only one that seems to have noticed him now. But what would you like to do?
I'm gonna notice that I'm gonna see again, like just with that little bit of perception, I'm gonna notice that he's not like engaged yet. So I'm gonna continue what I originally like before he came to my mind. I'm just gonna keep going with the plan and just hoping that he's got a bit of an idea. If I walk through this gentleman that's below me, do I have to take a thing if I stay within his range?
As long as you stay within his melee range, which is 5 feet, you
Cool.
don't take
'Cause
attack
I
of
only wanted to
opportunity.
move here, so
Okay.
Yeah, so that's cool. I just thought I'd make sure. And I want to shoot. I want to attack. How do I ping everybody? The guy in the top right. Like I want to attack him with my thunder thrust. Speaking.
Oh,
juicy words.
yeah. You just hold the left click, and it'll ping
Oh
as.
right. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna attack that bloke. With
Okay.
the juice of my thunder thrust.
Okay. You
Reaching this as I do it.
You already used Thunder Thrust earlier in the day, so just be aware of that. So it doesn't have
Okay. Well, no, that's.
It's
cool.
just a
Then,
normal
I did
spear right
forget that.
now.
So if that is the case, this bloke in front of at the very closest to me looks the most dangerous.
Okay. This guy right here.
No, sorry, the one that's got the bandana on his head is
The bigger, the half orc. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have a half orc token.
I'll be right back,
No,
but I
no,
should
you're
be back
fine.
before it's my turn again. That's up.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'm going to use my first attack to throw my regular thunder thrust at him.
Okay. So yeah,
On a
it'd just be
blade.
like a magical +1. That definitely hits. That is yeah. So that we don't get the lightning damage, but he still takes the
Just
piercing
the-
damage.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that calculated the crit damage, so
I
don't think it did.
I didn't.
So it would be
No, so
yeah, it's double the dice roll. So what's your modifier normally for the
actually, you can hover over, I think, and it will tell you.
Yeah, he did 1.
Oh my god, I rolled a 1. Nice.
Okay, so
fucking
it would
go.
be 8 then.
How do I crit
Oh,
the first and then
that's so-
fucking critically fail the second? The
Well,
one that actually
Fail the damage.
Great.
That's so
Yeah.
I hate when
Right.
that happens, but man, it sucks. You're like,
That's
yeah, I
pretty
crit,
cool.
and then you roll a 1 on the damage die.
Yeah.
It's like that's such bullshit.
Uh,
I think they changed that in the new D&D, so like they use like what people call
Yeah,
brutal
like-
criticals. Yeah, where
That makes
it
sense.
hits harder because crit should hit for a lot of damage, but sometimes they don't. Yay.
Just critically whiff.
You still have
Um,
another attack. What would you like to do?
I'd like to attack this guy closest to me with Ignatius.
Okay.
So again, I was gonna use it for as a.
Are
white
you
source, but I think
activating
unnecessary
Ignatius, or are
when
you-
fucking- I am gonna activate Ignatius.
Okay,
Yes.
so
I'm
that's your
going
bonus action
call its
to-
name,
to-
yep.
Yeah, so you call out and you watch as the radiant flames dance across the blade of the sword. Strike him down, this heathen!
Again, I'm gonna have a little cheeky glare at Tim. Yeah. a missed opportunity for my blazing sword to become our light source, but that's okay. But no, I will strike down upon the.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, he's I can tell you right now, he ain't gonna live. So how do you want to do this?
How do I want to do this? Well,
Yeah, he ain't gonna live.
I was waiting to see it. If it was a critical fail again, I would have made it a bit more narrative.
No, it was a
but
crit
no,
success.
I'm-
You rolled an 8, dude. You rolled the highest that you could.
Right.
Let's go.
Christ on a stick,
So
yeah.
I'm just going to, I think, as I pull this mighty blazing sword from my hilt, it's basically going to, I'm just going to feel it take over upon my hand, and it's just going to feel like it hasn't, engorged itself in a long time, and it just basically emblazes this gentleman from the inside out as I slash through.
Sorry, I can't help but laugh with the
That
engorged
Just-
thrusting and then
Yeah.
the flesh hole in the other room.
I mean, hey,
Sorry.
You got a lot
gotta
of
be,
us going on
nice
today.
and descriptive these days.
Okay. Well, do you want to move? You still have your movement.
Yeah. Now that that's been done, so I've moved 10. I actually will move to. Just to. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold there.
Okay. Left hand Lydia, the albino tiefling, is going to go ahead and attack next. Let's see. Yeah, she's the blue dotted one here. She's going to stand on the other side of you and draw out her rapier and flank you, Chugrulk, and stab you in the back.
Yay!
That is a 22 to hit.
That definitely is.
Okay. And she's going to sneak attack you on top of that.
I have the psionic barrier thing.
Okay.
It's called. It'll just reduce some damage. So
Okay.
Have they
I'll roll it
been?
in a
Have they
second,
been?
but
Sorry. Has Lydia been in combat yet?
This is her first strike.
So, but does that count? Have they? Hang on, I'm just trying to read this rule because I remember there being
You took
some-
damage,
Yeah,
but
like an attack of opportunity or something. Like that? I don't know. I don't remember what it was.
Your
reduce the damage by
bugbear
7.
thing, that's when you attack somebody that hasn't gone
Someone
yet.
else. Yeah. No, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
remind myself of a lot of my rules.
Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't affect their attack rolls
When they
against.
attack,
Yeah.
yeah.
It just
Yeah.
when you
So
attack
more
them,
or
you
less
do
if
extra
if I'm
damage.
early in the priority.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is 18 total damage.
okay, 7 of that comes off.
11.
Okay.
And then she is going to try to offhand. No. She's going to bonus action disengage and go back into the corner over here. And that is the end of her move. Mr. Big, the gnome, is next. This green dude. He is going to... Yeah, he's just going to try to shank you, Cedric, since you're close by everybody. And he's a sneaky little bastard, but he doesn't get advantage on this, but... that is a dirty 20?
Yep.
Okay. So he's going to sneak attack as well.
Rude.
Yeah, well. That's what happens when you deal with assholes in a basement.
That's true.
You're telling us.
That is 22 points of damage from his dagger strike. He catches you right up under the rib, right as you're preparing for the next strike from the maul, he catches you, you know, right as you're waist high and getting right up in there. And then he is going to...
Here, back quick.
He's going to try to dive under this table and hide from y'all. Rolling really fucking well, too. That was a natural 20, so...
Oh my god.
Natural 20 to hide.
Yeah,
guess
so
disengage.
in total, yeah, you'd have to roll like a 26 or a 27 to see him. So, and he attacks...
I literally just turned
yeah.
into wood and then just...
Yeah, he just, you know, chameleons under the fucking table and dips out.
Animorphs into a table, like fucking out of there.
At the top of the round, Georgio, as you're the closest to hear this,
Okay.
you hear two things. The first thing, well, all of you would hear this first thing. As this commotion is going on directly above you, you can just barely hear the soft sound of the piano music above you playing in that bar room. Like playing through like the wood, the ceiling above you is like a wood, there's like wood beams and like a wood floor. And it's not like heavily insulated, so it's enough that you can hear through and like you can hear the stomping of people above. And you can hear the music of the piano playing. But all of a sudden, the piano mid-song just... like just the sound of like all hands just slamming the keys. And then down the other end of the hall, you're the only one who hears this, Georgio. Back in that room with the hole, the pit in the floor, you hear... You will not silence my show. You will be courteous. You will listen to me. And as you hear the words listen to me, it goes from listen to me into this deep, guttural, like, abomination of a voice. As you hear some massive moving creature beginning to slink out of that hole.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck you. I don't want to do this.
I wanna go home.
He can't fit through the hallway. He's too big. Oh, well. Shucks. Darn.
Oh, you wish.
Like, good thing we destroyed this door that was holding him in.
But it took their whole turn to get up to the top level here, even with the dash. But you don't see this yet, but you definitely hear something coming the other way, Georgio. But with that, we're back to the top of the round with what remains of the thugs. These two are going to try to surround you, Chugrulk, and try to shank you with some daggers. One of them getting a 23 to hit.
Jeez, they're rolling okay. Alright.
I mean, they are flanking you. It's only 3 points of piercing damage.
Ah, there we go.
The other one is going to try to do the same. Also getting a 22 to hit. Or 23 to hit.
Okay.
Also with the dagger. That's 5 points of piercing damage. And then this guy who's looking real fucking ragged. Yeah, he's going to pull out a crossbow and fire a couple shots at you, Tim. Because he saw you incinerate his buddy, so he's kind of pedo on you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Michael! My buddy! The first one... Yeah, neither one of these fucking hits. No, they're terrible. Both shots, he's just unsure of what he's doing. This is like a teenager trying to fire a crossbow for the first time. Just pew pew, and you're like, the fuck are you shooting at? And that's their turn. Cedric, we're back to you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and swing at this fancy looking bandit that's right in front of me.
Ted Oates?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Oates.
Mr. Oates with the maul? Yeah, go for it.
Yep. Didn't go through. Hello?
What are you trying to cast? Or use?
My mace. It's just
Oh,
reason it's not
the
going
Comet
through.
Smasher?
yeah.
Have you used that yet?
I haven't. 18.
Yeah, an 18 definitely hits.
Okay.
As you smash into his face.
Yeah, for some reason that roll's not going through, but that's fine. Plus 1. Oops.
Yes. 6. Doesn't it have some extra damage too, or some extra effects?
Yes. And then takes an extra 3d6.
Okay. 6. Oof. That roll, man.
Yeah, it's a 6 and 6.
Okay. Still a solid strike. You
Necrotic if it matters.
No, not in this instance.
Okay.
Just it doesn't look like he's, reduced the damage any, but it definitely doesn't look like it's doing extra or less damage. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm not feeling too great, so I'm also gonna cast a spiritual weapon.
Okay. But yeah, you should have your spiritual weapon. You can drop that wherever you'd like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it kind of in the four corners here.
Right in the middle of these. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. And then take a swing at
With the big dude?
Yeah, I don't remember his last name or his first name. Oates.
Ted
Swing
Oates.
at Oates.
Yeah, Ted Oates. Yeah, 20 definitely hits. All right, 8 damage. He's starting to look pretty ragged.
Then I'm gonna. Would we have noticed Georgio at this point, or still just?
I
Chugrulk?
think so. Yeah, with the less combatants on the board, you definitely would have, or in the room. I think you would have noticed him now. And you all heard the sound of like the piano crash. Like the sound of somebody like just slamming their hands against the keys. Like that was very jarring. And then Giorgio, you're the one who heard like the voice calling from behind, talking about like you will not disturb my performance.
And I'm gonna yell across the room and just say we could really use some hand axes, Giorgio. And then my turn.
Okay, Tim, we are on to you. What would you like to do, sir?
I'll just be a basic bitch and I think we're just gonna do firebolt over at this dude way over here.
Okay, let's see the firebolt.
Where am I here? Yes.
$21 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage as you just charge it in the middle of your palm and feeling the increased force as you begin to hone this ability.
So this is the first one, and then where is it? I always lose it.
You mean the first? Oh, you mean are you casting Scorching Ray?
No. I have the what's it called? I can.
Oh, the wand.
Yeah.
I think it's just a flat additional damage, isn't it?
Yeah, I forget if it's a D6 or a D8. I just don't see it in my spell thing.
It should be under your inventory.
Forget it. It's a D8. I know that. I'm just gonna roll it.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
5.
One sec. I'm just looking. Wand of the War Mage.
That's what. Yeah, I don't see it in my.
Yeah.
Oh, arcane firearm. Yeah, arcane firearm. That's what it is. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Got it. Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay, so it's an additional, so it's 21 total.
Yes.
How do you want to do this? He's not real. This is like a teenage kid. You just
was this the guy who he was yelling out for his friend Henry?
No. That was the dude over here that's already been wounded. This dude hadn't been hit yet, but again, just a young, like, late teens kid that just found himself in the wrong location.
I just look at him, aim my staff at him, and just go, "I'm sorry, little one."
Just lights up like a matchstick. All that leather just burns. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Then I say, "Well, anyway," and then that's it.
Absolute asshole.
I mean, he's canonically got the lowest charisma in the group. It's not shocking. In fact, in the last 2 campaigns, has anybody played a charisma caster? We're like the most socially inept character groups. Oh god. Anyway, Ted Oates is up next. And Ted, Cedric, you're just you're in prime, smacking distance here. So yeah, he's not liking this. He's gonna attack recklessly again. That I don't think hits. That's an 18 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. That's also an 18. God damn.
That does not hit.
2 big swings that just go right over your head both times. And he's just yeah. That's his turn. That was a fucking waste.
Picturing a human swinging over a Goliath's hand.
Yeah, no, he well, he's a half orc.
Extreme angle. Oh, okay.
Half orc. Georgio, on to you.
Okay.
Man, what a waste of a turn.
Yeah. Who are, out of everybody who's still alive, who are the 2 that appear to be the most important?
The 3 that seem to be the most important is the big half-orcish man, the gnome, and the tiefling.
And the gnome and the tiefling are the 2 that had escorted me in earlier.
Yes, they were among the 3 that escorted you in earlier.
Okay. So let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet to get here.
Okay.
And then I am going to attempt to grapple him.
Okay.
So that I can shake him.
Okay. So opposed athletics on this one? Or I think it's opposed athletics or acrobatics, correct?
I do. I think I can just do an attack roll, which I think is the same anyway.
Right. Okay.
I think my attack might be plus.
I thought it's opposed athletics, but
it's I can as an attack I can make it a special attack instead of dealing damage, attempt to grapple. But yeah,
gotcha.
It's the same anyway.
Got it.
So it's +9 if it's athletics, it's +9 if it's an attack. So
okay.
An 18.
So he has to beat an 18. All right. So he's he 14. Yeah, no, you haven't grappled.
Okay.
You grab him,
so
and
I'm
he's just
to-
like, "Grab me,
I
girl!"
have his attention now, and I'm going to say, "Hey, do you know anything about? Ignore everything else. Ignore everything else right now. Do you know anything about this giant mouth pit and the spooky voice thing?"
He's just, go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage because you do have him grappled. You got his attention even though he's pissed off. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. with advantage.
Thank God I had advantage. So 18.
18.
Oh no, that's not right. That didn't do that at all. Hang on. I'm just gonna roll 2.
Okay. Oh God.
The higher one is a 17 plus 2, so a 19.
Okay. He's still kind of struggling, but he's like, "What are you talking about? This is just an empty basement." But he's paying attention to what you're saying. He's just kind of struggling. Sorry. Hiccups as I'm trying to change my voice.
So, I'm gonna tell him, or I guess I'll stop, and I'll tell Cedric, Chugrulk, and Tim, we're not fighting anymore. Everybody stop fighting. And I'm gonna tell him, don't worry about these guys anymore. There's something way more important. Can we just stop for a second? Can you make everybody stop for a second?
Okay, with that 18, we'll take the 18 as a general charisma check there, or a general persuasion. Yeah. He pays attention. They pay attention.
It's a 19. Sorry, it's a 19.
19. Yeah. No, yeah. I'm just rolling for their perception, and one rolled a natural 15 on the die, and the other one rolled like a natural 19 on the die. So they see what you're saying. Like they even through all this, they can hear what you're saying. And then they also hear something coming through that hallway. As this is said, and is there anything else you want to do? Because that thing's initiative roll is next. So it's kind of climactic that you say that.
Yeah. I don't think so because I don't know it's coming, right? I heard it talk, but I don't know it's coming.
You heard something like moving and speaking.
Okay. Then I'll say, because whatever it is, I think it's coming.
Okay.
And that'll be it for my turn.
Okay.
That'll be perfect timing for it to.
Right. So let me.
The doors that I do the road.
Right. Yeah. Right. As you finish saying this, you hear this as this creature squeezes through the hall, as it can just morph its form to this tighter space. But it is a huge creature. In fact, Giorgio, it is not entirely unlike the large creatures that almost swallowed you whole in the gardens of the Academy Tower.
Oh, yeah.
But what you do notice, what all of you notice at this distance now as it's squeezing through, is this seemingly has some unique features compared to those ones that were just entirely just blobs of flesh and teeth and just open maws everywhere. This one has like, give me a second here. I need a visual reference. A moment. This one has strands of like auburn hair and more of like a cylindrical face, but it's like almost like a Picasso painting where the eyes are not centered, but one of the eyes is like missing, but one of the eyes has like long black lashes.
I hate that.
And
I hate that a lot.
As it reaches out its long reach, like almost 10 feet from its main body, you just hear the words, "You will not disturb me in my hour of glory, my performance. You will not take this from me." And this just stretched, like strained voice as it reaches out, but that's all it can do as it dashed and had to squeeze through this corridor. But at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and state that these bandits are no longer combative towards you, as they are just more fearful of what the fuck just crawled into this room. So, from here on, they're not going to target you specifically unless you give them a reason to. Chugrulk, you now see what Georgio was talking about coming up, like, squeezing through that hallway. You know, coming up fast. What are you doing? You were probably one of the closest to it.
Shit.
Shit.
Shit. Okay, so it's not.
You hear in your mind, Chugrulk, the voice of Ignatius. Cut it down! It is an abomination affront to nature! Burn it with your flames!
I'm gonna like try and get a bit of a gauge on whether like Georgio is looking like he's trying to run away from this thing or just run back to us as like, you know, a bit of a like grouping movement. Should I like be rolling some kind of a perception here or?
You're trying to tell like what your companion is doing?
I want to know like what like so like I just know that like Georgio obviously ran past me, so like that's my concern is like that I don't want to start fighting this thing if like he's out of here. Like I've had this before. With especially with Georgio, I've had this specifically here, like where I've been like misreading him a lot. Like so, I'm gonna try and figure out what the deal is here.
You can talk to me.
Yeah, you can call out to
Yeah,
your
well, that's
companions.
what I mean.
I
That's
just call that a
talking is
free action. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's my gauge. I want to know, like, you know, like you stopped us. Like that's fair. Everyone's got the attention of this thing. Are we fighting this motherfucker, or are we getting out of here?
I don't think that we need to fight it. At least not down
that's what I'm
here.
thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Like
Right.
that's where I'm like, you know, I hear Ignatius, but I'm like, honestly, I think we got to get out of here. So, with that being said,
Immediate thoughts of danger are we're very close to the time loop. I don't know. I would imagine that this is the thing that's kind of initiating this whole sequence.
I think we're in the same. Yeah. I think that
So
you and I are in the
either-
same boat with that. That's all I was
So-
thinking is that. So we are like trying to not die before the fucking loop is my big. Thing.
I think either if the loop is if the loop is coming, it's about to happen, we can just run until then. If it won't happen because we can fight it with 30 people upstairs instead of just us. I mean, they're normal people, but they can do something, right? They can help in some way. So, I mean, I don't think that we need to do this down here, and it might not be able to come out of the basement. Who knows?
Yeah, that's
it's big,
I
but
think
who
that you
knows?
and I are in this. Yeah, that's basically what I was.
I say
ask you,
so.
you know.
Basically, I say we run.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, yeah, you've answered the questions that I was gonna ask. That's pretty much it. Also with you. I don't want to leave anyone in the lurch, but I just wanted to make sure that you know I'm not also fucking sitting here fighting this thing, and everyone's like, yeah, see ya. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm
Right.
I'm gonna be running into the door. Yeah.
Deuces.
That's it. I'm like, oh man, I made a mistake.
You got this, Chugrulk. You got this.
Yeah, that's it. I'm like, shit, I should have talked to people. All right, so I'm gonna just basically get that kind of indication. that,
So
yeah, I
you're
think
you're
that,
legging it out of here?
me and Georgio get a bit of a, you know, like, look, we can
Okay.
either, yeah, we're close to a loop. It's either gonna loop or it's not because of this guy that's come out of his hole. We get out of here immediately and then we figure it out from there.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can dash too, so you could pretty much get to like the bottom of the stairs if
I
you
just
wanted to.
I think like I'm just trying to think like, and again, I'm trying to think like in character, like I don't want to leave everyone either. So I'm just gonna chill at this doorway.
Gotcha. Okay. Left hand Lydia is gonna look at this thing and just like she's gonna nope the fuck out of there at full speed. Yeah, she's gonna bonus action, cunning action dash, fucking action dash. She is fucking gone. Like 90 foot of movement, just fucking bolt.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Big
Hang on, I
sees
can do it.
this and is just like, nope. It's gonna do the same fucking thing. Just full, not quite as fast as her, but enough to, you know, get to the bottom of the stairs with their full movement. Oh, wait, they could get up the stairs because they have cunning action dash as well. And they just like, fuck that. Nope. But that puts us back at the top of the round with the thugs, the bandits, whatever you want to call them. They're gonna look at that and go, nope. They're gonna fucking dash. This one gets like right to the bottom of the stairs. This one. Yeah, like right behind them, essentially, like right at the door. That brings us to Cedric. There is an awful looking whatever the fuck this is climbing out of this hallway. What are you doing?
I am going to attempt to run.
Okay.
Everyone else is, so why not? So yeah, I'm gonna just attempt to run because I am not feeling too good right now.
Okay.
My guy is very much hurt.
All right. The Abomination is going to use a legendary action.
Oh, maybe I won't move.
Well, I mean, you still have your turn. This is after. This comes after your turn. Is there one
Oh,
legendary action?
okay.
So this would come after your running.
Yeah, I think I'm upstairs now with a
Okay.
dash.
Yeah, you could pretty much get out of here if you wanted to. You're like right behind those guys. This one's gonna run up, and it's gonna try to. I'm gonna start with probably Ted because he just looks the most beat up and the most like belligerent. Yeah, you see that they definitely like the focus of this creature is like the most boisterous and belligerent Georgio at this distance. You're seeing like the two of you are right next to each other, and yet the focus is on the one being the loudest and the most annoying. First and foremost. They're going to take 2 slams on him. Let's see, what's the modifier? Ooh. Oh, yeah. Let's see. First strike. Oh, fuck yeah. He just comes down this huge, like, just chunky, like, gelatinous flesh fist comes down and just slams him into the ground. And then the second one, same thing. Just fucking just pummels his ass. Let's see. Do not know if he's going to survive this. Yes. And he takes bow strikes. He's still moving, but as the second strike comes down, you watch as the hand engulfs him into the body of this creature and starts devouring him, much like what happened to you, Georgio, in the gardens of the tower. After that second strike, it just encompasses him, and he's like, as he is just sucked into the flesh of this creature.
Christ.
As he is slowly being absorbed into it. But yeah, that is their action. Tim, we're on to you.
I dash him out. I'm gone.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
One shot.
All right. Yeah, you could definitely get out of here and straight up the stairs and nope out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll wait because I am curious of something, but I'll wait until we get to the next floor. I mean, I am curious.
Ted's gonna try to escape. He's gonna try to
like
drag his way out. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. Fuck no. He is deep in there. He is lost in the sauce. Giorgio.
I have 60 feet of movement, so
Sure.
I will disengage.
Okay.
And then I will go up the stairs.
You nope.
We're all noping
Not
over
doing
here.
that again. Sorry, Ted.
Valid.
Chugrulk, we're on to you then.
That's it. My gladiatorial duties have been obliged. I'd have nothing to do with this guy. I'm fucking out here.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'm there all for my squad. You know, I don't want to leave anyone to the lion, as it were.
Sure.
In gladiator terms, but fucking this guy, see you later, man.
All right. Let me. Whoops. That is the second floor, not the first floor. As you all come to the top of the stairs here, you see the guards scrambling, and as you come to the top of the stairs, you see. Here, hold on. Let me get back to the correct location so I can move some stuff around. Right at the top of the stairs is Open Mike staring you down alongside the Fire Genasi bartender, as well as one of the paladin patron that was in there in the bar, kind of staring daggers at you all as you scramble up alongside these like half dead or beaten up bandits from down below. Hey, what the fuck are you doing down there? We told you not to go down there. Now you're in some real deep shit. And as you're saying that, you hear that sound of the as fingers crash on a piano. Georgio, is your token down here? I think I might have taken yours off the board. Do you want to pop yours with the group somewhere? And as you hear him saying this, again, you hear that loud, like, piano crash, and you hear the screeching voice coming from below. Not during my performance! As you can hear the crashing and just sound of flesh ripping up from below the basement any second now. What are you doing?
Is this a window right here?
Yes.
Like, I forget. Can I peek through it real quick?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that. And can I see? So is this person is this woman still over here by the piano?
Yeah, Lady Charlotte. Yes.
Shit. Okay, that goes my theory. All right.
In fact, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
It's hard to say. It's hard
Yeah,
to say.
okay.
You see the piano playing as this is happening. Charlotte seems to just still be enraptured in playing the piano as this is going on. But every time you hear this creature call out, you definitely hear what sounds like somebody slamming the keys of a piano as this is happening.
This is that fucking movie Substance.
What are the rest of you doing? Because this...
I'm gonna be like, hey, Mike, what the hell is going on down there?
What do you mean what's going on down there? That's private
monster.
business!
Big monster.
There ain't no monsters down there. What are you, 5?
You go then, and then I'm going to.
Sure enough,
What
I'll go
monster?
on down there. It's my establishment. I'll go on down there. And you watch as he steps forward, just as this hand comes sailing out from the stairs. This. I'm gonna go ahead and roll a D8 above the board. On a 1 or a 2, it hits Tim. On a 3 or a 4, it hits Cedric. On a 5 or a 6, it hits Giorgio. On a 7 or 8, it hits Chugrulk.
Okay.
Tim,
Fuck.
you watch as this large clawed flesh hand, and as it does, you all see there are painted nails on the end of
Rose.
on the end of this hand. This massive, just inflated, swollen hand of flesh as it strikes out at you, Tim.
What
I'm gonna
color?
do-
What color? Let's see. That is a 16 to hit, which I don't think hits.
No.
As you limbo out of the way and look up at these hands, they're like a scarlet red color.
Okay.
Balsamic, how are we looking on time?
I was gonna say probably when the meteor hits, I'll probably want to go to bed
Okay.
and kind of toast.
As this hand begins to claw its way out, again, you hear the sound of like piano keys, hands slamming against the piano. Tim, as you duck back, give me another Arcana check.
There we go.
Right as you feel the resonant frequency of these keys slam down, and you hear the voice of this creature, you watch and you duck back and you see the red nails, and you look and you just barely catch out of the ever so faintest periphery of your vision, you see Lady Charlotte still playing, but now you're focused on something. Something about this is not right, and you sense a resonant frequency from this piano in front of her. Something is terribly wrong with that piano. Something about it is resonating with this creature. And right as you fall back against the wall, you feel like you almost snap your spine in the process of like getting out of the way of this huge like fist of flesh. You all begin to feel the building just begin to shake and rumble as you all look up. Tim, on your back, as you look up. Oh, no damage taken, but enough that you're just falling in an awkward position. And you see the Fire Genasi man look up and look over. As all of a sudden, the first of these extraterrestrial stones and iron and crystallized delirium crash through the very first one, right through the chest of Lady Charlotte, as she falls headfirst into the keys of the piano. And one after another, rocks begin to fall as fire rains down over the skies of Drakenheim over and over and over again. As the building collapses on top of you once more. As you feel yet again your consciousness slip into nothing. As you come to terms with your mortality once again for the second time in a singular day. Before the sound of melodic piano music, you stare up once more from the floor of the Black Ivory Inn. We'll pick that up next time. In the early afternoon.
That is
All right.
definitely not what I expected to find in the basement.
Next time we're speedrunning this shit.
Yeah.
We got the path. We got
We're
the
going
path.
straight.
We got the path. We know what to do.
You better
Did
hope
we
you
take-
remember.
We got the
it.
strats. We got the strats.
Yeah, right. We have to remember that all this shit.